All right, welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the CBSI Star Wars Comic Show. This week, we got a fun topic for you. We are going to do our favorite bounty hunter books. And I know everybody's probably going to expect us to pick Boba Fett or something like that, but we're not picking Boba. So I got Mike Morello with me and Ben C., and we're going to get into some good stuff. So please like, subscribe, hit that alert button so you don't miss any of the content on the channel, and we'll be right back with the books. All right, so as per our usual order, I'm going to go with my pick first, and I'm going to go with Cad Bane. He's just so awesome, and I'm crossing my fingers hoping we get some live action version of him at some point, but you know, it remains to be seen. But I'm also looking at this second print of the Darth Maul 2 because that thing is tough to find. It is tough to find that second print, and you can look at the prices. That first print's kind of catching it, but second print still is the king. Well, outside of the Asha variant, which, you know, I can't find that thing to save my life, so I'm not going to count that one until I have one. But so far, the second print, still grab the first. But definitely grab the first, because this book is getting pricier as the days go by, and I still think there's room because he's just such a cool character, man.
Yeah, he really is. This design is. Well, I'm a sucker for the Duros race anyway. I just think it's a cool design from the get-go, and then to just make him this like Clint Eastwood dude, I mean, it's perfect. I've always liked this character. I like what they've done with him. I think he's retconned to have not died, so we could see him again. I'm not really sure actually. Where that falls in canon, whether he is or isn't dead. It depends on if you went to Celebration or you didn't and you saw a little clip or not, or I don't know. But regardless, I think he could be used again. And you're right. I think this might be your last chance to get this book at a reasonable price because it is sort of just a creeper. It just seems to like just be on the edge of getting out of range for a lot of people. But I think now is maybe the final time to get it.
Especially the variant. I mean, we talked about it a few weeks ago or a month ago on the heat check. The variant right now just seems soft for such a popular character. Like, I mean, fan favorite, right, guys?
Oh, absolutely is. Absolutely. And a Filoni favorite as well. Let's not forget that too. And that's important, I feel like, moving forward with the shows. And we're going to have this. We're going to almost have a ditto conversation about this in a second with my pick, but I think that's important. I mean, I think that Filoni is going to go with characters he created and likes, and why not? And also, the reason why Filoni used the Duros is because George Lucas said the Duros was his favorite alien race. So now you got Lucas's favorite and Filoni's favorite. How do you not use this character? I mean, you have to, right?
So let's go ditto and find out what Mike's book is.
Yeah. So your pick. An interesting one.
So sort of a similar choice in that it's Embo, and Embo is kind of on that same team in those same episodes of Clone Wars season 2, 3, 4, and a couple of other places too. And Embo, first of all, I love the design of this character. I think just like Cad Bane, this is an incredible design. The cool little story about, well, first of all, we should talk about that book. It needs to, in my opinion, it needs to be the B cover, not the A cover. Because the A cover is sadly a Kaz cover from Resistance, and we're going to try to forget Resistance ever happened. But this B cover clearly has Embo on it, right there front and center. But I think the cool thing about the not only the design of the character, but the character was supposed to die in the Clone Wars and didn't because the crew liked the character so much that they decided to make him live. So he's got ties to Boba Fett. He's got ties to Obi, Padme, Anakin, Ahsoka. They could use him basically anywhere. He was a Hutt. He worked for the Hutts. He's everywhere where you want him to be placed in the comics to show up in one of the shows, and maybe even multiple shows. Filoni voices the character. I thought this was kind of a funny little tidbit. He voices the character by reading French Smurfs books poorly. which I thought was just ridiculous and kind of awesome. I also like this pick because Ben wanted this pick. And,
Yes, he did.
and I was too brain dead today to come up with the second one. Once he said, I'm picking Embo. And I'm like, no, I want to pick Embo. I was like a little crybaby about it. I'll admit it. So, but yeah. So Ben, what are your thoughts? You wanted to pick this originally, so
it's a good pick, man. I don't know that I have much to add. I mean, you know a lot more about the backstory to this. I like this because it's also first Kaz.
Yep.
And it's also first Marnia.
Yes, true.
Ooh la la.
Well, but that's important. I mean, I do think that's important when a book has more than one thing going for it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Kaz is a huge thing going for it per se, but if it does have a second thing for it, and this is right now, this is like a $25 book, and it's a kid's book. Yeah. It's a low print run book. I mean, you know, a lot of them are thrashed. Stores probably didn't order very many B covers. I don't know what the print run is. That's what I'm kind of frantically trying to look for the print run on it. But I know it's way lower than any of the regular Marvel Star Wars books. So these IDW sort of kiddie books are much, much lower. And again, then split in half between A and B covers and then discard all the crappy ones. I mean, you're looking at probably not a lot of copies of this in good shape. So, very still at $25 or $30, that's a really cheap buy-in for a character that could pop up in a lot of places.
Like you said with the design, how could you go wrong with this? You got like a Big Trouble in Little China kind of vibe going there.
Exactly. I love it. Exactly. I love it. I think it's a great design. I think it's one of the best designs in the whole Clone Wars world.
That, and I also like Ben's pick because I just love this character too.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Absolutely.
This is yeah, I mean, and we could have gone 7. We could have gone Star Wars Adventures 7 for his first. This book is just better. I'm sorry. Everything about this book. It's Marvel. The cover's gorgeous. It's Hondo, man. Like, another fan favorite. This is right up there with Cad Bane and Embo. Like, people want Hondo.
Yep.
And there's a crazy second print as well that it does really well.
Yeah.
And it's a total juxtaposition. I appreciate this cover as well. So you really can't go wrong here.
I am salty about this book because I had one that I got for cover price and I sold it like a maroon. Now I don't have a copy of either printing because I'm just dumb. But oh well. Other people will have to make money off it because although I mean I think like you said, I mean we're picking this because I think like you do that this is still a good investment and kind of on the low side. And so maybe now's the time for me to rebuy a copy before I get really pissed that I don't have one.
They're under 100 still, I think.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's tough because I know that Galaxy's Edge, that miniseries, while some shops might have ordered a lot, like not everybody ordered a lot. So how many? I mean, you got the regular cover where he's like, looks like he's in a tree or something, I think, on the regular cover. And then you got the variant and then the second print. Like how many places actually ordered the second print? Because I had not seen it. I love it. I love that lounge and it just fits his character perfectly. I really want a second print right now.
Was this a 1 in 10? Originally, or 1 in 25? What was this?
This is 1 in 25.
1 in 25. Yeah, so you're right, Pete. Like, how many stores ordered 25 copies of this? I can't imagine very many.
Probably not many.
Oh.
So anyway, good run of books tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that they're all related too. That's the other cool thing because they're all kind of Clone Wars related. So I think that's nice. And we didn't plan that actually.
Before we get out of here, take a second, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the reminder, hit the little bell. And on behalf of Mike, Peter, and myself, thank you. We'll see you next time.
Appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Thanks.